Let's just say in the event Frank doesn't want to. What is the course of action?
In the event that Frank does not want to uphold what the chair is supposed to do,
Yes, ma'am.
because he does not, you understand, he does not do the investigation, he appoints.
I absolutely understand.
Okay, so that is a really good question, and I would like some information on that. I haven't looked that far into the Robert Rules of Order.
It's mainly a question for transparency.
Yes, I understand. I appreciate your question.
And I think we could even rope Doyle into this conversation. So the rules,
Yes.
as she said, do require that he shall appoint the committee to investigate. If
Yes.
he just refuses, that's clearly a blatant refusal to follow the rules. So we'll, you know, I think we could be here all night going through hypotheticals, and not that they're unreasonable to ask. I just think we could be here a while, you know, and I think what you're probably really getting at is, are we just going to let it go?
No, that's not what
No, we're not. We'll just have to see how they respond, and then we'll decide how we want to move forward as a group.
Yes,
Again, the main point was, you know, our chair is supposed to appoint. If he doesn't, he follow the chain of command, which you've also said here, your first vice as well. So do we go by the chain of command, or is there other actions that should be taken?
I understand that. Yes, Mr.
I
Doyle.
want to agree with Jennifer. If he doesn't act, it's failure to act, and it's a grounds for removal.
Correct.
Okay?
Correct. So do you have any input according to the rules where it says he shall, if he does not, if he refuses to?
I think at that point, you have to move to remove him for failure to act.
Correct. Yes.
May I comment one more time?
Yes, ma'am.
Madam Chair, I think to Mr. Dial's question, I hope I'm answering this. So the investigative committee, assuming he appoints them, they just make a recommendation to the executive committee. If he does not appoint an investigative committee, I guess what we could do is we could just, that would be his failure to act, but then the next step would be for the executive committee to make a decision on that. So we could probably just move forward. If they pass those deadlines, don't make the recommendation within the required time frame, then the executive committee, I think, could then go ahead and act and make the vote based on the information that they have without the recommendation of the investigative committee, because the executive committee does not have to take the investigative committee's recommendation. They get to do whatever they deem is proper. So I would say in that situation, we could move to remove the chairman if he willfully fails to act, and then let the executive committee, as it was voted on tonight, make that decision. Then, of course, the individual, if they're unhappy with the result, they can then appeal to this body, and the body gets the final say, as always. So does that answer your question?
It does. At least the other questions, but it answers the question.
Other than that,